The chains holding Anya dissolved, and a soft hum resonated through the Ugonma was born under the watchful gaze of a double moon, an omen that sent shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned elders in her Igbo village of Umuofia. Her parents, Ebele and Chidi, were ostracized. Whispers of misfortune and chaos followed Ugonma wherever she went. Ebele, a woman known for her gentle spirit and gift for her healing with herbs, remained unfazed. Chidi, a strong hunter with a booming laugh, tried to shield his daughter from the malice. Ugonma, however, wasn't like other children. By the age of 5, she could commune with the spirits of the ancient Iroko trees, the gnarled sentinels that guarded the village. They whispered secrets to her on the wind, tales of a hidden waterfall guarded by a mischievous river spirit and a cave where moonlight turned into shimmering crystals. One scorching afternoon, a frantic elder rushed into Ugonma's hut. "The oracle has spoken," he rasped, his voice heavy with dread. "A curse has befallen Prince Chimezie of Ezema, our neighboring kingdom. He is trapped in the form of a white leopard, a fearsome beast that roams the Ezia forest." The prophecy echoed through Umuofia. Prince Chimezie was known for his kindness and wisdom. The villagers mourned his fate, fearing the wrath of a cursed prince in the form of a predator. Ugonma, however, felt a strange pull, a connection she couldn't explain. That night, beneath the watchful eyes of the double moon, she snuck out of her hut, drawn by an unseen force towards the Asia border. The Asia forest was filled with towering trees and a tangled undergrowth. The air hummed with unseen creatures, their calls both alluring and unnerving. Ugonma, guided by the whispers in her head, navigated the dense foliage. Fear gnawed at her, but the pull towards the cursed prince was stronger. Suddenly, a flash of white emerged from the thicket. A magnificent white leopard, its eyes glowing an unnatural emerald green, stood before her. Ugonma didn't flinch. She raised her hand, her voice steady. "Nna Anya, wise one, I come in peace." The leopard tilted its head, a flicker of recognition in its emerald gaze. In a voice that rumbled like distant thunder, it spoke. "Who dares address a cursed beast?" "Ugonma," she replied, her voice unwavering. "I am from Umuofia. The oracle's prophecy led me here." The leopard studied her for a long moment, then spoke. "The prophecy is flawed, child. I am not Prince Chimezie's curse. I am Anya, the forest guardian, trapped in the form of a leopard by a jealous witch." Ugonma's heart pounded. The prophecy was wrong, but how? Anya explained that the witch Ugonma coveted the power of the forest guardian and used dark magic to steal it. Chimezie, who stumbled upon the ritual, was framed and blamed for the curse. Anya pleaded, "Only the pure heart of a maiden touched by moonlight can break the spell. But beware, child. Ugonma is powerful and will stop at nothing to keep her stolen power." Ugonma returned to Umuofia, a changed girl. The weight of the revelation settled on her shoulders. Anya's plight resonated deep within her, yet fear coiled around her heart. Ugonma was a fearsome witch. Her name whispered with dread throughout the land. Days turned into weeks. The villagers, initially intrigued by Ugonma's tale, grew skeptical. "A child's fancy," they scoffed. "There is no forest guardian, and the prince is caused by his own arrogance." Even Ebele and Chidi, though they believed their daughter, worried about the dangers she might face. One morning, a lone mockingbird perched on Ugonma's windowsill. It sang a melancholic tune, a melody that tugged at her heartstrings. As the song ended, a tiny feather, shimmering with an otherworldly light, fell into her lap. In that moment, Ugonma knew what she had to do. She gathered the courage of her convictions and announced her plan to the village elders. The room erupted in chaos. "A foolish child," they bellowed. "You seek death," but Ugonma stood firm. The prophecy was wrong, but the need remains. Anya, the forest guardian, is trapped. I cannot ignore the cries of the forest in pain. Through the veil and Ugonma's deception, with a heavy heart but a determined spirit, Ugonma set off for the Asia forest. The journey was fraught with peril. Thorny vines snagged at her clothes. Venomous spiders scuttled across her path, and the air crackled with a sense of foreboding. Yet she pressed on, guided by the faint glow of the mockingbird feather clutched tightly in her hand. Finally, after days of relentless trekking, she reached the heart of the forest. An eerie silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the rustle of unseen creatures. In the distance, a dilapidated hut shrouded in shadows materialized. It was Ugonma's lair. Ugonma approached cautiously. As she drew closer, a cackling laugh echoed from within. The door creaked open, revealing Ugonma, a hag with eyes that gleamed like embers, and a smile that held the promise of both charm and cruelty. "Ah, the little savior," Ugonma drawled, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Come to free your precious forest guardian, have you?" Ugonma met her gaze, her voice steady. "Release Anya, and I won't interfere with your magic." Ugonma tilted her head, her smile widening. "A bold offer, child, but the forest guardian's power is mine to keep. And you, well, you'd make a delightful addition to my collection." With a flick of her wrist, Ugonma unleashed a torrent of dark magic. Vines erupted from the ground, ensnaring Ugonma's legs. Panic surged through the air, but she remembered the mockingbird feather, a symbol of hope and courage. Clutching in her hand, she focused on the whispers of the forest, the pain of the trees and the cries of the trapped animals. Channeling this collective suffering, she poured her own raw emotions into the feather. It pulsed with an otherworldly light, then exploded in a blinding flash. The vines withered and crumbled, the dark energy dissipating like smoke. Ugonma stumbled back, shielding her eyes from the light. Ugonma, emboldened by the unexpected turn of events, charged towards the witch. But before she could reach her, the ground beneath them gave way, revealing a hidden passage. Ugonma tumbled down the passage, landing with a thud in a cavern bathed in an ethereal glow. There, chained to a rock, lay Anya, her white fur dull and lifeless. As Ugonma approached, the forest guardian spoke weakly. "You came, but it's too late. Ugonma's magic is too strong." Ugonma knelt before her, tears welling in her eyes. "No, Anya, I won't give up." She reached for the mockingbird feather, the last symbol of hope. Focusing all her energy, she whispered a prayer to the ancestors, to the spirits of the forest, and to the double moon that had marked her birth. As she poured her heart out, the feather glowed brighter, casting a radiant light that filled the cavern. The chains holding Anya dissolved, and a soft hum resonated through the air. The light intensified, and when it subsided, Prince Chimezie stood in Anya's place, his human form restored. But the victory came at a price. Ugonma lay unconscious, the magical exertion having drained her life force. Chimezie cradled her gently, his eyes filled with worry and a newfound admiration. The mockingbird feather, now dull and lifeless, lay in her hand. Days turned into weeks as Ugonma remained in a state of slumber. Chimezie, along with Ebele and Chidi, who had followed him to the cave, never left her side. Finally, one morning, Ugonma's eyes fluttered open. The sight of Chimezie's face, etched with worry and relief, filled her with warmth. As they recovered in the hidden cavern, Chimezie narrated his story. He had witnessed Ugonma's ritual and tried to intervene, but her magic had backfired, transforming him into the white leopard and framing him for the curse. He also confessed his feelings for Ugonma, the brave girl who had risked everything to save him and the forest. Ugonma, touched by his words and his courage, realized that her connection was deeper than she had imagined. They emerged from the cave hand in hand, greeted by the cheers of the Ezia villagers. Ugonma had been apprehended, her dark magic dispelled. News of Ugonma's bravery spread throughout the land. From the ostracized child to the revered savior, her journey had rewritten her destiny. She, the girl born under the double moon. Ugonma and Chimezie's wedding brought together the people of Umuofia and Ezia, symbolizing a newfound unity between the two kingdoms. The double moon cast an ethereal glow as Ugonma, adorned in vibrant silk, walked down the aisle towards Chimezie, who stood tall in his royal attire. This union represented more than love. It signified the end of prejudice and the dawn of cooperation. However, harmony rarely blooms without challenges. Whispers soon arose among some villagers, questioning the unconventional bond. A village girl and a prince, they scoffed. Such a union can only bring instability. Ebele and Chidi, despite their unwavering support, felt a pang of worry about the potential backlash their daughter might face. One moonless night, a serpent slithered into Ugonma's chambers. Its scales glinted emerald green, mirroring Anya's eyes. "Ugonma," it hissed, its voice glittering like smoke. "I am a messenger from the forest. Danger lurks. A new evil threatens the fragile peace." Ugonma, remembering Anya's sacrifice, listened intently. The serpent revealed the plot of a rival kingdom, jealous of Ezema's newfound prosperity. They planned to unleash a plague, disguised as a natural disaster, to cripple the kingdom and sow discord. Torn between loyalty to her new home and the responsibility she felt towards the forest, Ugonma confided in Chimezie. He, understanding the gravity of the situation, devised a plan. Ugonma would use her connection to the forest spirit to gather information about the impending attack, while Chimezie would rally the kingdoms to prepare a joint defense. Ugonma ventured deep into the heart of the forest, seeking answers from the ancient Iroko trees. They whispered tales of a hidden cave, guarded by riddles and tests, holding the keys to preventing the impending disaster. With each challenge, Ugonma drew upon her knowledge of herbs and the wisdom gleaned from the whispers of the wind. Meanwhile, Chimezie, aware of the impending attack, revealed Ugonma's plot to the combined council of elders from both kingdoms. Initially met with skepticism, he presented evidence gathered during their investigation. The urgency of the situation and sheer threat of the plague eroded the remnants of prejudice, leading to a reluctant agreement to collaborate. Finally, Ugonma emerged from the hidden cave, clutching a vial filled with shimmery liquid. The spirit revealed that the liquid, a potent antidote crafted from rare forest herbs, was the only defense against the impending plague. As she returned to Asia, news of the combined defense preparations reached the rival kingdom. Fearing a united front, they abandoned their nefarious plans, realizing the potential for a fierce counterattack. The kingdoms, having faced a common threat and tested the power of collaboration, vowed to remain vigilant and maintain their newfound unity. Ugonma, once ostracized, became a symbol of courage, wisdom, and the unifying power of love and collaboration. Years passed, filled with prosperity and peace. Ugonma and Chimeze ruled their kingdom with wisdom and compassion, their bond strengthening with each passing season. On nights bathed in glow of the double moon, Ugonma would sit under the ancient Iroko trees, the whispers now filled not with fear but with gratitude and respect. One day, a young girl ostracized for being born on a night with no moon approached Ugonma. The girl confided her struggles, her voice trembling. Ugonma, remembering her own journey, smiled gently and shared her story. As she spoke, a mockingbird landed on the branch above them, and its melody filled the air, a constant reminder of courage, the power of love, and the enduring legacy of a girl born under the double moon.